Hey, what's up, everyone? I have gun news, a bit of a story to tell. At this moment, I don't know if it's more good news, bad news, or just flat out comedy. But I was on Facebook and I saw an ad for a rifle, a lever action rifle from Heritage Firearms. Now, as those of you who watch my videos know, I really like Heritage Firearms. I like single action revolvers, I like 22s, so I like Heritage. And I think that for their price point, they're really, really solid for the price. Gotta love them. Well, I was pretty excited when I saw that they were making a lever action rifle. Not only are they making a lever action rifle, but they're making the Heritage Settler, which has a 15 round capacity and 20-inch barrel. They're making the Heritage Compact that has, I think, a 12 round capacity and a 16.5-inch barrel. And then they're making and this is intriguing, the Heritage Mare's Leg that has a 10-inch, excuse me, a 12-inch barrel and a 10 round capacity. So when I saw this, I was pretty excited. Well, that's until I looked at some of the comments, and when I saw the comments, I said, "Wait a minute, this can't be right." So I went to the Heritage website. Yes, it's right. The MSRP for the Mare's Leg is, I believe, 475, 485 for the compact, and like 499 for the the 20-inch. And as someone astutely pointed out, that's more than a Henry. Yeah, they're correct. That is more than a Henry. Now I know Henry makes a lot of pricey rifles, very good quality rifles, and pricey rifles. But I did some fishing around, and I actually saw some Henry 22 lever action rifles for like $350, $360. Now the MSRP for the Heritage Settler is going to be around 475 to 500 roughly. That means that the actual retail price will be lower. Maybe it'll be like 440 to like 470 or 480. I don't know, but still, it's more than the entry level Henry lever action rifle. Now, I got to tell you, I like the idea of a lever action rifle, but if I am going to buy a lever action rifle, I'm going to want to get a Henry. The only thing that's going to stop me from getting a Henry is the price. So if you have a Henry rifle that has been around for a company that's been around for years and is known for their quality, and they're at a particular price point, and then you have a company like Heritage, which I think is a solid company, but is known for making less expensive budget firearms, and they have the same price, I'm going for Henry every time. Now, let's change that a little bit and say that Heritage is actually more expensive than Henry. I'm not even going to consider that. I'm actually going to consider the question comedy. Like, yeah, right. I'm going to go for the budget brand when they're more expensive than the brand name. That's like kind of like that's like getting the Hyundai rather than the Rolls Royce, in my opinion. Because when it comes to lever action, I gotta tell you, I like Henry. That's probably who I'd go for if money weren't a thing. But I gotta tell you, I really don't think these things are gonna sell well, just based on the price point. Now, if they lowered them down, to be honest with you, I think probably a good price point would have been like maybe 300 or so. Because then you're undercutting Henry. Like I think you have to undercut Henry. I don't think anyone's gonna buy these over a Henry, unless you get those very like odd people who just like I really like Heritage, but like I don't collect them. I know some people collect all different styles and stuff. I'm not that crazy about them. But otherwise, I don't know why you'd go for the Heritage when it's so much more than the Henry. I mean, you're talking like over $100 for something that's really unproven because, lever action designs are, it's an old design. It's tried and true. I mean, you're not reinventing the wheel. But then we also have the other situation where how the materials, I mean, I'm thinking that Henry probably uses, let's just say, better steels, let's just say, than Henry uses, if they're even using steels. I mean, what we're looking at is in front of us, this the 16-inch Rough Rider. I mean, it's kind of like a less expensive alloy. You know, as much as I like my Heritage revolvers, one of the reasons I got them, and the big reason, is because they're so inexpensive. And for what you pay, you get a lot of value there. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that if there was a 6-inch Heritage revolver and a 6-inch Ruger single six, that I'm going to pick Heritage over the Ruger single six. I'm taking the Ruger single six. It's a much better revolver in my opinion. I think it's like an heirloom to me, like an heirloom quality firearm. The thing that's going to stop me is probably let's see, a regular Heritage. You know, sometimes you can get them for like 120 or 130 brand new. I mean, I think a single six, I could be wrong here, but I think they're running at least $600. So while I would rather have a single six than the Heritage revolver, I'd rather probably shoot the single six than the Heritage revolver. The cost is a little not so good. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying, you know, the reality of it is, if you got $150 in your pocket and you really want a single action revolver, well, the Ruger can kind of be a tough one to get. So I wanted to share this one with you. And if you get a chance, Google Heritage Settler Compact and Heritage Settler Mare's Lake. They are really, really cool looking guns. And you know what? I'd actually be surprised if they weren't reliable. I would expect them to be reliable because, you know, I've been pretty happy with my Heritage revolvers. It's just that price point, and I mean, until you get in your hands and look at the materials, you know, it's really tough to tell. But anyway, go do some homework, especially if you're into lever actions, and maybe down the road we'll be able to get one either used or they'll come to their senses and lower the prices. All right, talk to you later, guys.